thought processes, and some people think that other people are just lucky. Do you think you're lucky, or do you think you make your own luck? Or is it a little bit of both?
Well, personally, you're pressing me here, and I know so. I don't believe in luck. I believe in positioning myself to be blessed. I believe positioning. It's just like if you look for a moment, if you go into a laboratory, you wash your hands, and you turn on the faucet, as long as you place your hand up underneath the water, you find that you get wet, but you move from under it, you don't get that same benefit. I believe when I line myself up with what I've been created to do, what I've been wired to do, I may have some struggles, I may have some hard times, but it's something that gives me the ability that when I'm plugged into what I've been created to do, I have some hard times, and even though there may be some challenges, but I have that capacity already built within me that I need to overcome the obstacles that I'm going to face. But it's important for me to position myself with what I've been created to do. And when I recognized that, a light bulb went off, and when I got up and I recognized that when you get up on purpose every day and working at the purpose that the higher one has given you, then you never work another day in your life. Because when I say that, I know some people say, well, what do you mean not work another day? What I mean is it doesn't become work. It becomes what I enjoy doing. And so I enjoy if a member gets sick and I've got to get up out of the bed, it's no problem for me to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and say I'm going to go pray for them. It's no problem for me to come because one of my members are here and I've been given an invitation because of the fact that this is what I've been created to do. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Amen. Y'all are going to, there's a song, but I won't go there, okay? I'm going to be nice.
I can imagine with you being in the ministry, you've had some transitions in friendships.
Sure.
And that's something that we talk about pretty often, that when you're in high school, you have high school friends and making that transition to college, but not leaving those friendships behind. Where do you find the balance?
Well, I think it's important to really place in perspective where I'm headed. I've noticed that even with hitchhikers, they don't ask you to go in a direction that even you're not going. If you notice, they're hitchhiking, they want to go in the direction you're going. You're going to be with me, you're going to roll with me, you're going to have to roll this way. If you're not rolling this way, you can't roll with me. So it becomes one of those issues that I have to recognize. My future's important. If you're going to, my friendships need to be nurturing. They need to be friendships. I mean, if you're involved with someone, they need to be someone who is having some ambition, trying to do some things. If it's not that kind of balance there, if it's not that kind of yoking up, you're going to have some issues when you're trying to study, when you're trying to do what you need to do. You're going to always have someone trying to pull you in another direction, and pulling you in a season you're not ready for. And I want to just tell you, it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. If you're going in this direction, you got to be serious about and focus about what it is that you're doing. And you got to pull in persons that are fire lighters and pull out everybody who are firefighters. If you're not going to help me light my fire, then you can't come be a firefighter. It's enough for me to go to class and to take tests and stay up all night. And I need someone who's going to help me, not say, come over here. I need someone who's going to say, well, I'm going to help you. I'm going to make some flashcards for you. I'm not married right now, but I'll tell you, in ministry, if you're not rolling with me, we can't roll together. I have too much responsibility, too many things on my plate to be dealing with something that's in another direction. And it doesn't mean that you can't converse, but you got to have that balance and know exactly what it is that you're doing and be focused at that. And hopefully, when you recognize that, when you have those relationships, you recognize that they should be a compliment. They should help to complement you. They should help you in your pursuit to do things that you're trying to do and that you're trying to accomplish. Did I answer y'all's question? I know that I came a roundabout way.
There are a lot of messages out there in the media. Who are some of the authors or models that you would suggest? Finding that balance.
I read a lot of Howard Thurman's work. Also,